Thanks so much for joining me today, and what we're going to go over today is how to do an affordable food shop. I've done a shop and it's probably for about a week and a half. So we're going to break it down, things I would recommend getting, and how you can actually construct kind of a food shop, maybe some meal ideas as well. So stay tuned. If you like the video, like it, subscribe, share it with friends, enjoy the rest of this video. So I've just done a food shop at Aldi, so I'm just going to break down what I've got. You see it already just from looking at it, there's pretty much a vast array of things and there's loads of colour and loads of nutritious food. So what we do, I'll break down the shopping first through the shopping list, and then I'll go through each of the foods. So as you can see, so this was about a week and a half. If you look at the price, I spent about £31.68. Okay, so it's not that much money if you think about it. This is all healthy food, and I want to go through the shopping list just to show how cheap it is to eat healthy. And there is a bit of a myth that you have to spend tons and tons of money to eat healthy, so I'm just going to go through that. So if we just start then, good old fashioned fruit and veg. So if we go, usually what I like to get is the frozen vegetables. A lot of people believe they need to get like super fresh vegetables and chop it up, eat it that day, etc. But there's no real difference in benefit. Frozen vegetables are just as good. Alright, I thought you didn't want to be in this video. Look at, if you find the frozen veg, so vegetable there, 69p for a kilogram bag of vegetables. So it's super cheap. They've got 2 rounds of them. In terms of the fruit medleys, these are a slight tad more expensive. I think it's £1 something. So if we go through it, where is it? So if you look at the melon ones, it's about £1.49. Now, generally speaking, I get that as a bit of a treat because I'll just usually typically eat it in one go. And then same with the pineapple chunks as well. And what I actually generally recommend, I haven't got any here, is actually getting some frozen fruit as well. You can get it for like £1, and it's kind of the same kind of deal, same kind of size as the mixed veg. Another good trusty tool, especially if you're shopping at Aldi, is the Essentials spaghetti. So really good starchy carb. If you look at how much that is, so look at the spaghetti, it's 20p. Super cheap. So I've got a couple of these and that'll last me all week. And then even in terms of the pasta sauce as well, you can see it's 39p. Super cheap. And then if we look at, say, the other starches, so we've got a big bag of potatoes. Let's have a look. 2.5 kilogram bag. £1.15 for a big bag of potatoes like that. So where you can, buying things in bulk is obviously a lot better because you can get a lot more out of it. It's going to last a lot longer. Rather, like I said, even though a fruit medley is super healthy, that'll last me like one snack really. So you have to think about things in meals in bulk. Other things I like to get, to move on to some more carbs. So we've got bread. In terms of this wholemeal bread. It's a really good source of fibre. Probably one of the main carbs I eat. Soft wholemeal bread, so you can see there, it's 45p. So you get a big loaf like that. If you get a couple, super cheap. Really good for sandwiches, good for snacking on toast in the morning, that kind of thing. Definitely recommend it. Moving on to the proteins. Also, I did actually get some apples, actually saying that as well. So I've got some Granny Smith apples. Quickly look at them. These are actually a slight tad more expensive than what I thought, but still relatively quite cheap. So £1.15, which is, you could probably get that a little bit cheaper if you're actually looking Aldi for Granny Smith. So you even get that a little bit cheaper as well. So moving on to proteins. Now, what generally I like to do, I usually like to actually freeze them and then portion them out. So generally what to do, get some freezer bags like this. Generally what I'll do is put 2 chicken breasts in one bag, and then that's a meal for me. So what I like to get is the lean minced beef. So with this, what a lot of people do and make the mistake of what I used to do is I'll just cut all that in one go and then bin loads of it. What I recommend doing is actually, you could probably portion this, if you wanted just a small portion, into about between 3 to about 6 different meals. And then again, put that in a freezer bag, put that in the freezer. And that way you can have it over more meals in the week. So let's have a look at this. So looking at the chicken and lean minced beef, kilogram box is £4. And then same with the minced beef, around £4.75. So again, relatively quite cheap. And bear in mind, like I said, you would get more than one meal out of that. So it's slightly more expensive. But again, that should last you a whole week. We also got, in terms of protein, one of my favourites is diced steak. So lean diced steak. So just have a look how much this is. I think this is a slight bit cheaper. So yeah, so this is 400 grams, you've got £2.55. So yeah, so always be cautious of the size you're getting, so the portion of the actual protein in relation to its price. So say, for example, you find another lean diced steak within a supermarket and it's similar to this, but you get a lot more and it's cheaper, then obviously then go for that one. So just trying to make smart choices where you can. And I think that's pretty much it. Got another diced steak there. And then, like I said, the only thing additionally I got this week, which I wouldn't normally get, would be these fruit smoothies. Now, a little caution on these as well. I've had a, I think it was the tropical one. It was like a pineapple, coconut, and what was the other one? Pineapple and banana, I think it was. Now, this is about just under a litre. If you were to have a whole one of these, it's got quite a lot of carbs in, so you can very easily drink your calories. I think for the whole one, let's have a look. So that would be about 140 grams of carbs, or just under, if you times it by 10. So again, there's quite a lot in that soon. But again, if you want to have a glass in the morning, just if you satisfy your sweet tooth, something like that, better than obviously having like Coca-Cola or something like that, or a beer. So definitely recommend it if you really feel the need. Relatively quite cheap. I think these were about £1 each. So let's have a look. So fruit smoothie. So actually 85 pence, so it's a little bit cheaper. So it actually lasts me about a week and a half. Again, super cheap, and you can get it all in bulk. In terms of meals and stuff like that, what I would recommend doing is having a portion of protein as the kind of nucleus of the meal, having some form of fibrous carb, and then a starchy carb as well. Generally speaking, another thing which I've actually noticed I've missed would be whole eggs. Another really great source of protein and good source of healthy fat as well. Again, with that, they're normally around £1, like £1.50 or less than £1.50. So again, super cheap. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you like the video, subscribe, like it, comment below, tell me what you like about it, tell me what you don't like about it. I'll speak to you next time.